Welcome to my channel Natural Cures. Coffee is one of the hot or cold drinks that is prepared by fermenting the coffee seed powder. These seeds are inside the coffee, and coffee trees have the advantage that they can live for about 100 years, and are largely produced between the 27th year, and one tree may produce the equivalent 4.53 kilograms of coffee during this time, and its fruits are harvested when they turn red, and then their seeds are dried in the sunlight or other ways, then fermented with a view to improving the taste of coffee, then the crusts and impurities are removed from them, roasted, and ground to be used in preparing a drink coffee. 1. Volume 0% Benefits and Risks of Coffee. Benefits of coffee. Coffee contains many antioxidants and nutrients that are beneficial to human health, and it has many health benefits, and the following are the most important of these benefits. 2. Improving energy levels. It can help. Coffee reduces feelings of fatigue and increases energy levels in the body, because it contains caffeine, which is a stimulant. This substance is absorbed into the bloodstream and then transferred to the brain. Caffeine activates adenosine in the brain, which is an inhibitory neurotransmitter, which increases the amounts of other vectors, like dopamine, norepinephrine, and thus stimulates nerve cells. Studies have shown that coffee improves memory, response time, awakening, mood, and other brain functions. Help burn fat. Caffeine is one of the few natural substances that help burn fat in the body, and some studies have found that it boosts the metabolic rate by 3 to 11%, but this effect can be reduced in people who drink coffee in the long run. Significantly improving physical performance. Caffeine stimulates the nervous system and the breakdown of fat cells in the body into fatty acids that the body uses as energy. It also increases the levels of adrenaline in the blood, which is the hormone that prepares the body for intense physical exertion, which improves physical performance. The possibility of reducing the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Studies show that people who drink coffee have a 23 to 50% lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. The likelihood of lowering the risk of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Several studies have shown that people who drink coffee have a 65% lower risk of developing Alzheimer's disease, as this disease is the main cause of dementia, and coffee drinkers have a lower risk of developing Parkinson's disease by 32 to 60%. Antidepressant. Depression is a mental disorder that affects the quality of life, and one study indicated that people who drink more than 4 cups of coffee per day have a 20% lower risk of depression. The possibility of reducing the risk of some types of cancer. One study found that coffee reduces the risk of colon and rectal cancer by 15%, and other studies have shown that people who drink coffee have a 40% lower risk of developing liver cancer, and colorectal cancer is the 4th most common cause of death in the world, while liver cancer is the 3rd leading cause of death. Coffee risks. Coffee is a safe drink for most adults. However, eating more than 6 cups per day may cause what is known as caffeinism, as symptoms such as agitation or anxiety appear, and people who eat large amounts of this drink every day may become heavily dependent on it, which causes them withdrawal symptoms in the event that they stop drinking suddenly. On the other hand, caffeine can cause insomnia, nervousness, discomfort, nausea, vomiting, stomach upset, increased breathing speed, and strokes the heart, and other symptoms, as eating too much coffee may cause headaches, ringing in the ear, and there are several other caveats related to coffee consumption. The following are the most important. 3. Pregnancy and breastfeeding. Coffee containing caffeine can be safe for a pregnant woman by 2 cups or less in a day, when this amount contains 200 milligrams of caffeine. Eating more of it is associated with an increased risk of miscarriage, premature birth, and a low child's weight. As for breastfeeding, eating 1 to 2 cups of coffee is safe for the mother and the child. However, large amounts of caffeine cause disturbance, sleep problems, and irritation of the infant's digestive system. Children, caffeinated coffee is not safe for a child, as symptoms associated with caffeine are more severe in children than in adults. Anxiety can aggravate anxiety disorder. Bleeding disorders, drinking coffee can make your bleeding disorders worse. Diarrhea, eating large amounts of caffeine can make diarrhea worse. Heart disease, unfiltered boiled coffee increases the amount of cholesterol, blood fats, and homocysteine levels, English, homocysteine, as these factors increase the risk of heart disease, as research indicated that drinking coffee is associated with heart attacks. Diabetes, some research indicates that caffeine in coffee can change the way sugar is treated in the body in people with diabetes, which can lead to an increase or decrease in blood sugar levels, so diabetics are advised to drink coffee in moderation. Osteoporosis, coffee containing caffeine can increase the amount of calcium that is excreted from the body through urine, which can weaken the bone. Therefore, people with osteoporosis are advised to reduce caffeine intake to less than 300 milligrams per day, that equals 2 to 3 cups or less of coffee. On the other hand, postmenopausal women are advised to beware of consuming caffeine if they have a genetic condition that prevents the conversion of vitamin D into the body naturally. Irritable bowel, eating large amounts of caffeine in the coffee can worsen the symptoms associated with irritable bowel syndrome. Blue water, glaucoma, having caffeinated coffee increases the pressure on the eyes inside 30 minutes after consuming it, and lasts for 90 minutes or more. High blood pressure, caffeine intake increases the blood pressure of people with high blood pressure, but this effect is less in people who are used to it. Please subscribe and likes and commenter.